Hello, today we're talking about Staraptor, the first normal type, flying type, and normal flying type final evolution introduced in Gen 4, being the final evolution of Starly, who evolves into Staravia, who evolves into Staraptor at level 34. Its previous BYC dates are March 30th, 1997, January 19th, 2000, November 9th, 2002, August 30th, 2005, June 20th, 2008, April 11th, 2011, January 30th, 2014, November 20th, 2016, September 11th, 2019, and July 2nd, 2022. I must know Staraptor as one of Ash Ketchum's Pokémon in the Gen 4 era of the anime, as well as a few later appearances. Staraptor is a wild final stage. It looks even more emo than Absol. I imagine this is supposed to be an update of the cool bird Pokémon design from Pidgeot. To me, though, it just feels dated. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we talk about Staraptor, the predator Pokemon, whose number is 0398. This is what it looks like. Its type is normal flying. Abilities, Intimidate. Reckless is its inability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding is 8 group flying. Hatch time 15 cycles. Height is 3'11" or 1.2 meters. Weight is 54.9 pounds or 24.9 kilograms. Base experience yield is 172 in Gen 4 and 218 in 5+. Leveling grade is medium slow. EV yield is 3 in attack. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is brown and base friendship is 70. Staraptor is a dual-type normal flying Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. It evolves from Staravia starting at level 34. It is the final form of Starly. Biology, Staraptor is a grayish-brown avian Pokemon similar to a large bird of prey. It has small red eyes and a thin yellow beak with a black tip. There's a circular white patch on its forehead, which is smaller on the female. Larger white markings cover the front of its throat and chest, separated by a black ruff encircling the shoulders. A red-tipped black crest extends over its head, nearly reaching the tip of its beak. Staraptor is fussy about the shape of its comb, which it uses to appear larger and frighten enemies. It has large wings, 5 black-tipped tail feathers, and yellow feet with black talons. Its powerful wing and leg muscles allow it to fly effortlessly while carrying other Pokemon, small or large. Upon evolution, this Pokemon leaves its flock to live alone, as it has become strong enough to take care of itself. It can be highly aggressive, persistently attacking even larger foes in spite of illness or injury. Evolution, Staraptor evolves from Staravia and is the final form of Starly, so Starly, Staravia, Staraptor. Game data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 4, Diamond, it has a savage nature. It will courageously challenge foes that are much larger. Pearl, the muscles in its wings and legs are strong. It can easily fly while gripping a small Pokemon. Platinum, it never stops attacking, even if it is injured. It fusses over the shape of its comb. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. When Staravia evolve into Staraptor, they leave the flock to live alone. They have sturdy wings. The Gen 5 Pokedex entry is Platinum's entry. In Gen 6, X is Pearl's entry. Y is basically Heart Gold and Soul Silver's entry, but Staravia and Staraptor and all the correct casing. Omega Ruby is Pearl and X's entry. Alpha Sapphire is Y's entry. In Gen 8, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. Legends Arceus. It has left the flock, having gained enough strength to survive on its own. The astounding force with which Staraptor flies through the air allows it to carry away large, burly targets. In Gen 9, Scarlet is Y and Alpha Sapphire's entry. Violet is the Platinum entry and the Gen 5 entries. Staraptor, the Paldea Pokedex. Staraptor and the Kitakami Pokedex. That's fun. Game locations. Side game locations. Held items in Legends Arceus. Normal, Apricorn 40% of the time. Spoiled Apricorn 15% of the time, and grid items by level. Alpha EXP Candy M 100% of the time. Seed of Mastery 20% of the time, grid items by level. Stats, base stats. So if you're new this generation, sometimes, particularly in Gen 6, they change the base stats between generations. And so we'll compare generations 4 through 5 and Gen 6 onward here. So HP 85, that stays the same. Attack 120, that stays the same. Defense 70, that stays the same. Special attack 50, that stays the same. Special defense 50, going up to 60. Speed 100, that stays the same. This one has a total of 475. This one has a total of 485. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, fighting, flying, poison, steel, fire, water, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weight 2, rock, electric, and ice for double, immune to ground and ghost. Resistant to bug and grass for half. Notes, if this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of ghost type moves is 1. So we'll go from 0 to 1. If gravity is in effect, this Pokemon is given an iron ball or a ring target, or it is affected by smackdown or ingrain, the effectiveness of ground type moves is 1. So go from 0 to 1. Learn step by leveling up. We'll do this Evo here, and then go down to 41. So, upon evolution, it gets close combat, 41 agility, 49 brave bird, and 57 final gambit. By TM, we're skipping. By breeding, we're skipping. Nothing by a prior evolution. Side game data, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Olmia in the browser entry. It creates gusts with its large fangs to attack. Guardian Signs, it launches twisters. Got all this. Pokepark Wii Pikachu's Adventure in the Pokepark Pad entry. Staraptor is a caretaker of the Granite Zone. He likes all attractions that involve flying, and he's a specialist at Pelipper Circle Circuit. He got Evolution Data Starly, level 14 Staravia, level 34 Staraptor. Sprites here, so not much different, slightly different angles. It's kind of hard to tell which is really different. Like maybe the eyes might be a little bit smaller. And this is more orange. It's actually orange instead of the yellow. Interesting. Then the females got the smaller dot, shiny, same kind of idea, except now the red is replaced with this kind of blue color. That's fun. Eyes become more obviously red in platinums. Slightly different angles, well, for the sprites. In Gen 5, seems like the main difference is the full back sprites. Also seems to maybe be more back to the Diamond and Pearl one, but with like the red, like more clearly red eyes. Maybe slight variation as well. Gen 6 in the models, pretty good adaptation, I'd say. So the models seem to introduce the lighter coloration on the beak and claws here. Gen 7, not really much changes. Legend Arceus, you got these. Homes, you got these. In animation, Staraptor in Pokemon Horizons the series. Ash's Staraptor's the big one. You got all this. Terra Staraptor in Pokemon Horizons the series. You got all this. Pokedex entries in Diamond and Pearl, episode 66 in Ash's Pokedex. Staraptor, the Predator Pokemon, and the evolved form of Staravia. Staraptor's ferocious nature means that it has no problem challenging much larger opponents. Diamond and Pearl, episode 118, the same Pokedex. Staraptor, the Predator Pokemon. Staraptor has an aggressive temperament and will bravely attack enemies that are far bigger than itself. Pokemon Evolutions, Staraptor and Pokemon Evolutions, Bidoof's Big Stand, Staraptor and Bidoof's Big Stand, all this, in the manga, Staraptor and Pokemon Adventures, got this. In the TCG, trivia, I read this point in the Staravia video, Origins, Staraptor is based on the white-cheeked starling, a common species of bird found throughout Asia. Combined with a bird of prey, although it largely resembles the starling in appearance, much of its inspiration comes from hawks and falcons, particularly its predatory nature and aerial speed. It also has strong similarities to the harpy eagle. The feathers hanging over its face are similar to the long-crested eagle. Name origins, Staraptor is a combination of starling and raptor, a predatory bird. Muku hawk, maybe a combination of mukudori, gray starling, and hawk. And other languages, related articles, references, external links. Let's move on. Now let's watch Staravia's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 467, Following a Maiden's Voyage. We're at the very beginning of the episode.
The Sinnoh region, a breathtaking, awe-inspiring corner of the Pokemon world, complete with an amazing array of Pokemon. Soaring.
Okay, that's where we have to stop because that's where we started the Starly video, so let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Staraptor. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Staraptor. This first one is Navis by Lunar Turtle. So maybe Navis is the name of their shiny Staraptor. Very nice image here. Then we've got a veteran Staraptor adopt by Rudy the Shark. So this sort of more anthropomorphic Staraptor here. A sort of female, of course. Interesting. Then we've got Commission, Ryan and Team by Harlequin Waffles. So this nice teen, or Ryan, I guess, the trainer and his team. So we got Floatzel, Luxray, Staraptors there. Lucario, Infernape, and Garchomp here. It's very nice. This doesn't contain a Staraptor, at least not the Staraptor we're talking about, so move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming tonight at 9 p.m. CUT Central Daylight Time, where I'll be trying to catch a Latios in Pokemon Ruby. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Bidoof. As always, this is my proper off, and you'll see me tomorrow.